just asking. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. What a bitch. What a bitch. All right, Monika. Okay, Monika. I see your game here. I see your game here. I see your game here. Monika, literally. So, here's my theory right now. I really do think Monika's fucking with me. 'Cause my poem was supposed to push for Yuri. And she got rid of her. Alright, let's talk to Natsuki. Told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. And that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Fucking Monika. Hi, Kaggy. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Waiting for her to glitch. Don't worry, Kaggy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I am Monika my poem. Great job! I was going, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put some effort in. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally just as detached from reality. I don't mean that it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door's open. Yuri! I'm back. And you look taller. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on a flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. He's right here. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. This poem is different than the hole in the wall she did the first time. So what do you think? Very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Something like that, huh? I feel like that poem might have something to do with fucking Sayori. Because of breathing. And it seems like Lord Min's might be on the same track. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. When you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try and never make any progress, just force yourself. Another way about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. As Yuri reads the poems, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Haha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Haha. Negative 23 out of 10. Too much Monika. Fuck yeah. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. Just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the poem. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learning to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their own styles deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from fucking hitting my microphone. Then they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Oh god, of course that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It may take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love sharing my thought process. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. So, same poem. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you such a long time to read. That was a long time? Well, fuck you! Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Ooh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Kaggy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours is impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Kaggy. Me too. Aw, gay. It's fine. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even though they're just being nice. It's a literature club. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. I gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch... Oh, God, here we go. Furrow and frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but which I haven't yet. And Kaggy liked my poem too. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to express. It's not what I. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kaggy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, well. Whose boobs magically grew a size bigger? Natsuki. That's a little. This doesn't involve you. Taking our own insecurities on others like that. You really are as young as you look, Natsuki. You want to be edgy, bitch? Edgy? That's different. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much. I haven't touched anything. What happens if I just... Natsuki? Someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Holy shit. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you are... Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Kagu hear everything. Wait, did you really say what the fuck is wrong with your head? Holy shit, she did. You really think? I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. She's just trying to make me look bad. Booga booga booga! That's not true. She started it. What just happened? I didn't even click on any of that. I can't even save. I'm gonna pick Yuri. What the fuck? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh! Monika! Hi, girl! Hey, Kagu. Why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ha ha ha. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members so properly. I just wish I'm able to a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend... Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Ooh, Kagu, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. You know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. Completely. Why'd you emphasize completely? So you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she still wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me just take responsibility for today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. It just... I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Kagu. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? Sorry for causing trouble. Monika, what the fuck?